Have you ever felt like you were stuck in the waiting mode of your own life? Like, you know where you want to go, but you feel like you're stuck loading? Maybe you're waiting for the thing to happen before you start behaving like someone who is confident, successful, or fulfilled. But what if I told you that this was the mistake? That the game only changes when you now take on the role of the person you want to be, even if reality hasn't updated the version yet? Today you will discover how to hack your identity, reprogram your mind, and activate a new behavior that attracts what you want without having to force it. If you enjoy self-knowledge, spirituality, without forced mysticism, and want to understand how to use your mind as a real operating system, stay until the end, because this could be the key you need to get out of stagnation and start playing like someone who has already won. Have you ever felt like you were in an endless waiting mode? Like your life feels like an app that's stuck loading, waiting for something to change so that you can start living as the person you imagine yourself to be? What if I told you that this thought is exactly what keeps you stuck? Because here's an uncomfortable truth. Reality doesn't adapt to who you are now. It adapts to who you decide to be first. Most people think they need to see results before they change their behavior. But the real game works the other way around. You change your behavior, you change your identity, and then reality aligns itself. Today I'm going to show you how to hack your mind to assume the state of someone who has already won, even if your bank account, your body, your feed, or your job still say otherwise. Most people are trapped in a silent error, believing that they can only act confident, successful, or worthy once the world has validated it. They expect to earn money to feel prosperous, they expect someone to love them to feel lovable, they expect to achieve something external to start behaving differently. But that's like expecting a mirror to smile before you smile. Reality is just a delayed reflection of what you are on the inside. The problem is that most people don't even realize they're falling victim to this mental bug. They wake up every day with the same old vibe, feeding the same limited identity, and wonder why nothing changes. But you are not what you want to be. You are what you allow yourself to be now. And you now can be upgraded without waiting for life to give you permission. If you want to hack your identity, you need to understand the main code. Behavior is a consequence of the internal state. It all starts with a mental simulation. Think of it like an RPG where you choose your character before you start playing. The difference is that, in reality, that character begins to shape you. The human mind is plastic. It believes what you repeat with emotion. So, if every day you visualize in detail who you want to be, not just see it, but feel it as if it were real, you activate a new emotional pattern. From then on, your brain begins to guide you towards behaviors that are consistent with this new way of being. And that's when the magic happens. You're no longer pretending, you're training your system to operate at a different frequency. And everything around you begins to react to this. The formula has 3 simple steps. The first is visualization with emotion. It's not just imagining the result, it's feeling as if you're already living it. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real experience and one imagined with intense emotion. So when you feel it, you're already creating a new internal reference. The second is to act congruently. This doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not. It means acting as if you already are, with small daily attitudes that reflect this new identity. If your ideal self wakes up early, communicates with confidence, and makes firm decisions, you start doing that today, even if it still feels strange. The third stage is conscious repetition. Identity is built by what you repeat. The more you act in line with this new state, the more it becomes natural, until the old you seem like a distant memory. Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a place and change the mood? They haven't even opened their mouth yet, but their posture, their gaze, their presence all communicate power. This doesn't come from external achievements, it comes from the internal state they carry. The truth is that the world is always reacting to the way you present yourself. It responds to your code. And that code is made up of your dominant thoughts, constant emotions, and micro behaviors. When you change it, the world notices and responds. It's like changing the software in a device. The external appearance may be the same, but the internal system is different. And then you start receiving different notifications, invitations, opportunities, connections. Not because you deserve it, but because you've started sending out a new signal. Want real proof that it works? I know a guy who lived with his parents, had no money, and wanted to become an entrepreneur. He started dressing, acting, and communicating as if he already owned a company. Not out of arrogance, but to train his brain. He would go to cafes with his laptop, put together fictitious presentations, and present himself as the CEO of a project that didn't even exist yet. 6 months later, he became a partner in a real business. Why was that? Because he was already aligned with this version of himself before it became a reality. The opposite is also true. I've seen talented people stuck because they still saw themselves as someone trying. And while they saw themselves that way, everything around them confirmed that identity. The world doesn't deliver what you want. It delivers what you believe it to be. So here's a straightforward challenge. For the next 7 days, wake up and get into character. Literally. Think, how does my ideal self act, speak, and move? Then act as if you were already him. Not as someone pretending, but as someone in training. Imagine that you are rehearsing for the most important role of your life, to be yourself, in an updated version. Choose new behaviors. Replace doubt with decision. Comparison for action. And notice how the world starts to react differently. People feel. Opportunities appear. You attract what is aligned with your state. And if that feels uncomfortable at first, great. It's a sign that the old system is being rewritten. To close, keep this in mind. Reality is just a delayed reflection of your identity. As long as you wait for it to change, nothing will happen. But when you change your internal code, the world has no choice, it needs to catch up. Comment below. I already am who I want to be if you're going to put this into practice. And if this content has moved you, get ready. In the next video, I'll show you how to use this identity hack to attract opportunities, connections, and results without forcing it, without begging for validation, just by being exactly who you've decided to be. Until then, update your system. The new version is now available. There is no growth in the comfort zone, and there is no comfort in the growth zone, and the result you need is in the sacrifice you don't make.